Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So today we're going to be doing the last look with the Huda Nude Light by Huda Beauty. Let's just take a moment though to focus on these beautiful earrings. I've had these a while. Minnie Mouse. Got them from Primark a couple of years ago now, and I just thought I'd wear them for this video since I was wearing red anyway, but they are so beautiful. Anyway, let's go in and do the third and final look. This palette, I've said it before, I don't think it's versatile at all. I don't think you can get too many different looks. I've done my best with it when I've been using it, but the looks kind of come out the same, apart from obviously when you're using a different coloured shimmer on the eyelid. Today I was going to use this all over the lid. I think I'm going to use it in the majority of the lid, but then we're going to try this, and I'm going to put this on with a glitter glue like on the inner portion of the eye and just see if it turns out a little bit better than it did when I did the W7 comparison. If you've not watched that, I will link it to this video so you can go and check it out. But let's stop chatting and let's go in and start this look. So again, I've got my NYX white base on, so I'm not going to go in again with the cream ivory shade. So yeah, we're not going to use that. I'm just going to see what the shades look like on their own without that being packed on. So this really should have gone up yesterday, but my schedule was all over the place, and I promised to do a collaboration with Lisa. She's Panning and Beyond. If you've not checked out her channel, the collaboration is on the channel now. So yeah, I'll also leave that at the end of the video if you want to go and check that out. And if you've not already done so, if you have, thank you so much. And please head over to Lisa's channel and check her portion of the video out as well. On yesterday's video as well, I forgot to powder. I'm wearing the Rimmel BB cream 9-in-1 and I forgot to powder, and I was all oily, so excuse my oiliness. I powdered today. I'm wearing the Missa BB cream, and yesterday when I went to my mum, she's like, why are you all shiny? Your face looks all shiny, why is that? I said, oh, I forgot to powder. I completely forgot. I was more interested in the makeup look, and I forgot to use one of the eyeshadows in that makeup look, so I'm really sorry, Lisa. There was so many colours. I was trying to think like 10 steps ahead all the time. What colour do I need to use now? So I forgot to use Hive in that Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. So yeah, go and check it out. Lisa did an absolutely gorgeous look. She remembered all of the colours. It was only one colour I forgot to use. I still think my look turned out really quite nice. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you would check out both of the videos. It would mean so much to me. Anyway, we're nearly 4 minutes in now and I've not even put eyeshadow on my eyes. I'm going to go in with the Naked Honey brush. And what are we going to use? What mats are we going to use? Yeah, okay. We'll use this one, this like peachy one. Right, so there is absolutely no eyeshadow. There is absolutely no eyeshadow on my hand. I just used it yesterday. I've colour switched it off. This primer's so annoying. Let's zoom in. I haven't done my eyebrows. Oh well. Okay, so we'll leave that there and go on to the other eye. Sorry if I was out of frame then. Right, what now? I think I'm just going to go on with this brown. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to blend it in. And I'll probably put this brown on the lash as well. Lash line, sorry. Right, let's see if I can find my Primark brush. Right, I don't know where that's gone, so I'm just going to blend it out with this Soho brush I've got. Okay, then I need to get, this might do actually. I'm going to use this little brush here. It's like a packing brush for this shade here, one that we haven't used yet. These would probably all go on better with a glitter glue. Yeah, I'll spray it after I put it on. Right, and I'm going to leave that gap there just for the other shade that I want to use. Right, let me get the setting spray. So I'm just going to use some of the Wet n Wild setting spray I have. Tap it on. And then they suddenly become really reflective. Right, I think I'm going to try and find my glitter glue, but if I can't find it, then we'll use the setting spray for the other eyeshadow. Okay, so I've got it. So I'll be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance glitter glue. That's the only one I've got in the collection. Got it from Primark a while ago. Not Primark, sorry. TK Maxx a while ago. And I just need to use it up, and then I'll probably get a Makeup Revolution one or a Makeup Obsession one. Every single time, guys, battery went, so I just had to put another one in. Right, so I'm just going to colour switch this little brush that came in the Ultimate Basics palette. Yeah, and we're going to go in with this shade here. I'll put the glitter glue down. Can still feel the fallout of it. And in places it's patchy, even with the glitter glue. That's obviously just the nature of the shadow, because I've used it wet, I've used it just with a finger. And in places it is patchy, but it is so beautiful. I can live with a little bit of patchiness because it's not all over. And I think I'll go in with my finger as well. It's definitely my favourite eyeshadow from the palette. So that's what it's looking like. So now I'm going to use that dark brown that's in the palette on the lash line, like I have been doing in the last few looks. Sorry, I'm not even in frame. And then I'm gonna go in with that brown we used, like this copper shade here, because I feel like I've lost some of that shade. I also feel like I've lost some of the matte brown shade that we put in the outer base, so we'll be doing that as well. I'm just going to use that side of the brush to go in with the brown. I think that's the best we're gonna get, and then I think I'm gonna go back in with that peach shade just to kind of blend it all out together. And that's what we're looking like. So let's sort this tripod out now. Right, so I'm just going to go off camera for a second to do my eyebrows, and then I'll come back with a lipstick and you'll get to see the finished look. I actually forgot I haven't tight lined and I haven't put mascara on, so let's do that. Just on my brows, just quickly. All I used for that was the Makeup Obsession Fluffy Brow Gel. Something quick and easy. Right, mascara, I'm going to use this one from Poundland. The other one's going to get decluttered from Wet n Wild. It's just crap, you know, I mean, really isn't a good mascara. This one's better, and this one only cost £1. I don't think I paid that much for the Wet n Wild one. It was on sale. Well, no bloody wonder it was on sale. It was absolutely a rubbish mascara. And every time I go into Boots, I see Wet n Wild mascaras, but it's like, which one do I choose now then? I didn't like the brush on that one, and obviously you can't see what the brushes are like because of this whole pandemic that we're in. The UK is having its second wave as well, which is just horrible. Country's in chaos. What's it like where you guys are? I'd love to know in the comments down below, since we are all in this together. I just don't know what other countries are like. It doesn't really say on the news anymore. It used to say all the time when we first went into it. It used to say what other countries were like, but it doesn't really do that anymore in the UK. I do only watch the 10 o'clock news though, so it could say it on other news channels, but yeah, I only watch the 10 o'clock news with my mum just to see where we're at. And the last time I watched it was, I think it was on Friday, and it said that in Scotland especially, the minister in Scotland wanted all the university students to avoid pubs, wanted them to avoid cafes, and they were basically complaining, saying every other year, like prior to this one, prior to 2020, has had that fresher experience. And yeah, I agree with it, it's tough, but I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't have this situation 2 years ago, 3 years ago, did we? If we did, we would be, the freshers then would be in the same situation. They wouldn't be allowed to do certain things. So I do agree it's tough for the younger people, but it's tough for the older people that can't fight it and actually lose their lives because of it. So I just think that they need to keep them into consideration as well, but young people don't, do they? So that is my rant on there. Right, so now lipstick. I've not worn this year this month, and we're coming to the end of the month. It's my Chanel, what are these called? Rouge Allure 104 in Passion. So it's the red one. I've got a red one and I've got a nude one of these lipsticks. Really, really nice, but they're really expensive as well. I don't know if I would buy any more of them. I tend to buy more drugstore these days. Like a couple of years ago, I was all about the higher end products, and I've still got quite a bit in my collection from then. And I have been buying higher end products, you know, recently as well. But I need to calm down now, you know, I need to not buy as much. So that's why I'm trying to go on this low buy. So yeah, I'm hoping nothing comes out that I really, really want. If it does, then I'll just have to wait. I want to go on the low buy for at least 3 months. Unless, this is my caveat, unless something comes out, well, not something comes out, but unless something's really inexpensive in the Black Friday sale. Like last year, I got the Urban Decay Naked Honey for half price. If something like that comes out and I know it will go up to full price and I've wanted it for a while, then I'll get that. And also things like setting sprays and moisturisers and things like that. I don't have a lot of them in my collection, so when I need them I will go out and get them. But everything else I don't need. So yeah. And I've got so many reviews that I need to be doing as well on palettes. I've got so many palettes that I didn't realise I bought that I want to review for you guys. And also I want to do my eyeshadow declutter as well in the next few weeks and see which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm decluttering. So if I keep going out and buying things and reviewing them, then I'm not going to get the chance to do that. So I'm going to try and not do it. I should have took that lip oil off. This is a glossy lipstick anyway, so it doesn't matter. I do actually prefer matte lipsticks. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit more matte. Right, it's still a bit shiny, but not shiny as usual. I really do like the lipstick, but I am a more matte lipstick girl than I am a glossy lip or a cream satin lip, because they just stay on longer and I can't be bothered to keep reapplying. It's really, matte lipsticks are a lazy girl's lipstick. I mean, I absolutely adore these. They are absolutely beautiful, and I've said it before, the NYX lingeries are, to me, they're very comparable. They just are so nice. I went into my local Boots and they've stopped selling the NYX lingeries. They're doing them in crayon form now, and if they was good then I would get them, but I mean, I've seen a few reviews and they don't look that good. They don't look the same. Obviously it's a crayon and not a liquid lipstick, so it isn't going to look the same, but there is one particular shade which is like a grey tone nude, Corset is called, and I wanted that I can't get it for love nor money. I'm going to have another look on the Boots website and see if I can get it. If I can, I will order it, because I really do need one to take place over the Primark one that I've got. I've only got one grey tone nude. If you can think of one, I'll show you the shade. If you can think of one which is like this kind of shade, which I'll do a swatch on. I use this so often, but I've not used it this month. Now, Jeffree Star's Posh Spice is very, very similar to this, so I was going to buy this. I'm not going to buy it. I can't get hold of it anyway, but I'm not going to buy it. It's a really, really beautiful shade. I've had this ages, so at some point I'm going to have to declutter it and get a new one. I would like a drugstore version of this because I only paid £3 for it. It's a shame Primark don't do it anymore, but if you know of a place that do it, drugstore or high-end, if you can let me know, and I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, that's the shade again. It looks brown on camera, but it's a grey toned nude. So yeah, this is a look, guys. Right, let me just wipe that off. Right, so this is the look. What we're going to do now is just do a few swatches. You've seen them on my eyes, but I want you to see the hand swatches, and then we can talk about some of the crumbliness of the actual eyeshadow palette and just let you know my overall thoughts at the end. So we're going to go on this first row here first. Can't you tell I'm tired? I've had barely any sleep last night. Right, so that is the first shade. So right off the bat, what I wish they would have done with this eyeshadow, even if they would have just put one of those horrible plastic sheets in, is name them. Because I love it when a brand names their eyeshadows. It's like when they don't name it, I mean, it's not true, but I just feel like they've been a bit lazy in not naming their eyeshadows, especially when it's an expensive brand like Huda Beauty. I just feel like they could have gone that one step further and actually named the eyeshadows. I just love seeing what, I don't know where that cut off. I was just saying, I love seeing what people will come up with for the names of eyeshadows. That's the fun part of an eyeshadow palette, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Are you bothered about an eyeshadow palette having names, or are you not that bothered? I mean, it's probably just me. Right, so that's the first row. So we've got like a mauve lavender shade there, and then we've got the purple glitter there, and then we've got that peach shade I used before. So I've used all of these eyeshadows at one time or another. I've actually done 4 eye looks with this palette now, because I did the W7 one, which I kind of compared them against each other, and did a look with that. So yeah, that will be going on, that's already on the channel actually, so there's a high chance that you've probably seen that already. Right, then we're going to go in with the second row. So this we are wearing today. Now look at that, that goes on fine, very, very smooth. Then we've got the cream ivory shade that I'm always using and always talking about, you know, I need a cream ivory shade in the palette. It's definitely my makeup crutch. Can't see it, can you? It's there. Same colour as my skin. Right, this is the one in the eyeshadow palette that gives me the most problems. So this one, you can see just how crumbly it is, can't you, in the pan? And also on my eyelids it looks really crumbly. I'll come forward in a little while and show you. This is just the most gorgeous eyeshadow in the palette. It's a duochrome. I think I'm going to have to put it on twice so you can see it. I mean, just look at that, guys. Look at the shine on it. But it is crumbly as anything. Yeah, it's crumbly as anything, and you can see it. Look at all the crumbliness that's come off it just by me swatching it. Right, so that's those three there. Take them off. Just such a shame. I think it's just an eyeshadow topper and would look good with an all matte look, and then top some of that all over the lid. I think I'll do that next time. But after this look, after I've spoke to you about the palette going away, my mirror is filthy. Then we're going into the last and final row. Make sure my hand's dry. This one isn't as pigmented as the eyeshadow I've used today. I've only swatched that once. And the mattes, they're that light. I know it's called the Huda Light palette. They're that light that I have to swatch them twice just to show up. Apart from this brown, this one I won't have to. Oh, that just glides on. Made a bit of a mess of the swatch, but that's the last three shades. Right, so let's talk about the palette. I think the palette's really, really pretty. It's not a palette where you're going to get a really, I don't know, I don't think you can be adventurous with this palette. It's just for everyday use in my opinion. It's a great travel palette. It's absolutely stunning, guys. It's just, why does my camera keep stopping? It's just a really, really stunning palette. Like I said, you can get a lot of everyday wear out of it, and I will, like this palette, when I go back to work, will probably be the one that I wear all the time. Not too sure about this shade because it's crumbly, unless I can get it to work with one of the mattes. It might look good with that matte there, like if I put that on the lid and then that over the top, or that one there. So I need to kind of play around with the palette. I think it's a really nice palette for pale girls like me. They do medium and deep tones. I'm not going to be buying those palettes. I just don't feel like I need them when I've got quite a big collection of eyeshadow palettes. I wanted this because A, it's my skin tone, and then for this shade here. If I would have realised how crumbly it was, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I want to show you a palette which is very, very similar to it. Right, so this palette is the Coffee palette by I Heart Revolution. I've done a look with this quite a while ago, so if you looked on the channel you'd see it. I think I did 3 days 3 looks with it, or 5 days 5 looks. And if you look at it, you can see that they are so similar to the Huda Beauty palettes. Right, so we'll just see. I'm not going to do any swatches or anything like that. But it's got a purple in it. The purple in the Huda is a fraction darker. So that's the purple in the Huda. And then this one is iced in the Revolution. That's a lot lighter. That's more lavender. These ones are crumbly as well, like the Huda Beauty formula is. Then it's got like a lavender shade here called Caffeine, which is a tiny bit lighter than this shade here, but they go on pretty much the same. I remember thinking when I was using this, it's so much like that Coffee palette by Revolution, and at the time of me getting this, I didn't have the funds for the Huda Beauty one, and I just thought at the time when I brought it on, it's not just like the Huda Beauty Light, it's like all of the Huda Beauties, so the medium and the deep. You're getting quite like the same tones. And what else do we have in here? Yeah, we've got this bronze shade here, Drip, which is very similar to this shade here. Then what else? I think, oh actually, no, I think that's it. And then we have got some shades obviously similar to, do we have a peach one, a peach matte? Yeah, that's quite similar to the peach matte in the Huda Beauty. And then I think that's it. They put this one in, this cappuccino shading, which is supposed to resemble, I think, this one, but it doesn't. This one is a lot darker. So in my opinion, you don't really need it. If you want to try those Huda Beauty light, medium and deep, I would suggest this. I would highly suggest it. Some of it is crumbly, you can see it in the pan. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not crumbly. You only ever get honest, genuine thoughts on my channel, and some of these are really crumbly, but not all of the shimmers are, and there's a way of controlling the crumbliness on the eye as well. So when it's on the eye, it doesn't look as crumbly as it does in the pan. Some of them do, but yeah, the mattes are just really nice. They blend out like a dream, and it really is just a gorgeous palette, and how can you say no to that packaging? But yeah, this one is £27, and then this one is £10. Or if you don't want to use this, if you genuinely want to try dupes, I would go for the W7 one that I used, which is called, yeah, the W7 one I used, which is called Burroll Exposed. Now you can tell this is a dupe more than you can in the coffee palette. I've done this before where I've put them together. I'll do it again. Right, so that's obviously, I can't get them together this time. I've done it before in a separate video. Right, so that's what they both look like. But you can see, my hands are in the way. You can see just how similar they are. I'm just going to lean backwards. So obviously this one is the dupe, and then this one is Huda. Now if you wanted me to do swatches on this one, then I'm more than happy to do it. Just leave me a comment down below. I'll do a video comparing them properly. I have done a video where I compare them on the eyes and everything, but if you want to see hand swatches where I compare them, more than happy to do so. So yes, this concludes the video really, guys. I'm starting to ramble a little bit, and that is my cue to go. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. As always, it really means a lot to me. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Please share and comment. I love reading your comments. I'm actually a little bit behind with replying to the comments, I think, so I'll probably do that over the next couple of days. If I've not replied to a comment that you've written, I am really sorry about that. I've just had a few things going on in my personal life, but yeah, I will get back to you as soon as I can. So for now, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.